My dear friends, let's take some tzedakah, put it into the pushka, and this joke that said that when God was going around and offering the Torah to the different nations, everybody asked the same question. Mike Sivbo, what is it saying there? If you want me to take on a new code in my life, I want to know what I'm committing myself to. So to one he said, don't steal. And he said, thank you, we make a living by stealing. The other one he said, lo tirtzach, you can't murder. He says, we without murder, how are we going to exist? Lo sinov, lead a moral lifestyle. Thank you, we're very content with the way we lead our affairs. And so on and so forth. And every single nation refused to undertake the moral dimension, the moral lifestyle of the Torah. Till finally God came to the Jewish people. And we all know the joke that we asked, how much is it? And when God said it's free, we said, give us 2. And therefore we have the 2 tablets. Sarcastic joke. But there is in every joke, there is a little bit of truth. Not in the fact that we asked how much it cost. But there is a deep understanding of the value of Torah. And the reason I'm saying this now is because you probably have heard the news last week. An amazing thing had taken place. A 1100-year-old Torah manuscript called the Codex Sassoon. And the reason why it's called like this, because in 1929, famous businessman, wealthy magnate, David Solomon Sassoon in London bought it, don't know from whom, and he kept it with him. It's a whole Bible, handwritten, not as a Torah scroll, but in a book form. Eventually, in 1989, famous banker Mr. Jackie Safra, he bought it for about $3 million. Quite an expensive chumash. But listen to what happened last week. Last week it was sold on an auction for $38.1 million. Who bought it? Interesting enough. A Jewish former ambassador, the American ambassador to Hungary, by the name of Mr. Alfred Moses. And he gifted it to a museum in the Anu Museum in Tel Aviv. Everything is by divine providence. The Rambam says, Ein mikra nikra, there's no accidents. Baal Shem Tov makes it a fundamental tenet in Jewish belief, in Chassidic teaching, how everything is by divine providence. When, where, who, it happens. So let's look at the when and the who. When? Last week. As we are preparing for Shavuot, as we are preparing to receive the Torah, quote unquote the new Torah, because every year it's a new reality of Torah which is revealed, and we once again commit ourselves to it. This sale is taking place. Who? Moses. We received the Torah. Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Moirasha Kiles Yaakov. We received the Torah through Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu is the one who teaches the Torah. Zichur Torahs Moshe. The Torah is named after Moshe. It's God's. But Moshe Rabbeinu is the intermediary. He was instrumental in us receiving the Torah. Who is buying it now, the manuscript? A person by the name Moses. But here there is a basic, fundamental difference. That manuscript obviously belongs in a safe place for its monetary value. And it's gifted to a museum. Museum is a place where one keeps manuscripts from the past. And it's a beautiful thought that I heard from my son Mendel. And it says the following. Torah is just the opposite. When God was going to give us the Torah, He asked us, who are the guarantors? When we offered the past, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, God refused. But when we offered the future, our children, God said, here is the Torah. For us to understand that indeed this manuscript, something from the past, but the message, the Torah in itself, is present, is living. And you know what? It is free. In what sense? Financially. But it comes with a commitment. And the commitment that we made now, Seven Ishma. We will do, we will act, and then we will hear.